Hey everybody, Terry the Real Estate Guy here. Thank you for tuning in. This is part 2 of a 2-part video on becoming a real estate agent. The first video was all about figuring out how to go about getting your real estate license and that sort of thing. And this second part is all about figuring out how to make you a successful real estate agent. So if you remember where we left off on video 1, and if you haven't watched it, I'm going to put it right here so you can go back and watch it later, and it'll be at the end. You heard me talk about how important it is to find a broker who will give you training. And these brokers need to prove to you that they've taken rookie agents and turned them into top producing agents. That you may not want to sell 30, 40, 50 houses a year like some of these agents, but you might want to sell 5 or 6, right? And it's important that you do that and go through the training to be successful. I'm going to piggyback. This is step number 6. The first 5 steps were on the other video. Step number 6, and you can watch that video right here. I'm going to put it in the notes for you. You have to do 3 things. You have to spend time generating leads, you have to spend time learning systems, and you have to spend time touring houses. Let's talk about each of those in a little bit of detail. So why would you need to spend time generating leads? We're going to talk about that in a little bit here, but you need to let people know that you're an agent, okay? First and foremost, you need to be able to get the word out that you've got your real estate license and you've hung your shingle, you're open for business, right? That's important. Second thing is you need to spend time working on systems. Believe it or not, there's a lot of software systems that you have to know as a real estate agent, particularly a successful real estate agent. The number one being the multiple listing service. You need to figure out how that works. And the good news is they teach all kinds of classes on this, and you won't have any want of training on some of these systems. And so if you can go in and start learning those systems while you're not busy and master them, then when you are busy, it just comes secondhand to you, right? Saves you a lot of time. So working on those systems. Systems could be also setting up your website, working on a little bit of marketing, figuring out what you're going to do there, reading some books on how to be a successful agent. That is all part of working on systems. And then the last thing is you need to tour a lot of houses. Why? Why would you have to tour so many houses? I tell people go and look at 10 to 20 houses a day if you're making that big career jump in from a full-time something else to a full-time real estate agent. And the reason is you need to get to know why houses are priced the way they are. One of the big values that we add to our clients is the fact that we understand pricing and we understand market dynamics. So this house that had a brand new kitchen versus this house that had just the cabinets were repainted, this house has brand new appliances, this one has the old black ones from the late 90s, right? You have to understand how all that stuff works. And the best way to understand it is to actually go in and see 10 to 20 houses a day. And believe it or not, if you see 10 to 20 houses a day, by the time you get to 2 weeks, you've already seen a couple of hundred houses, which is probably most of the houses in your little area. Number 7, you need to get the word out that you are a real estate agent. And the best way to do that is through your social media influence, right? So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever it happens to be, get the word out that you're an agent. Now, that's not enough. You have to continue getting the word out. Have you ever heard the expression that you have to say something 7 times for people to really remember what it was? Don't just keep going, hey, I'm a realtor, woohoo, look at me, I'm a realtor, I need business. Don't do that. Always bring value first. So what can you bring that's valuable? Well, you're out looking at 10, 15 houses a day. Surely you saw a winner, right? So I would post that. I was out touring houses today, and out of the 15 or 20 I toured, you should see this one. And maybe you post a little video clip of that house of you going through it. Okay, so there's something you're bringing value to. Who do you know that might need to look at this house today? And now you've just asked people for a referral, and all you did was bring value. So you have to constantly do that every 2-3 days in your social media sphere. That's where I would start. And I would start with pictures, videos, what you found really cool about this kitchen. What do you think they did right about this bathroom? Like, have a lot of fun with it. And I guarantee you, all of a sudden, maybe the 2, 3, 4 weeks goes by, all of a sudden people are going to start just kind of coming in and asking you, hey, can you take me over here to look at this house? My husband and I have been thinking about moving, and you're going to generate a lot of conversations. Let's talk about your first client. A lot of times your first client will be somebody that you know and somebody that trusts you and somebody that's willing to take a chance on you. And that's really what you're looking for, right? I want someone who will take a chance on me. Reminds me of a song. But anyway, they'll take a chance on you, right? So if they're going to take a chance on you, that means they're not going to use the experienced realtor that they used before, right? So Agent Susie over here has got 25 years of experience. She knows everything there is to know about real estate. You're a rookie. I'm going to take a chance on you. You got to do whatever it takes to secure that first, second, third, and fourth client. Why? Because as I talked about in the last video, you're hemorrhaging money every month. Every month, there's money going into keeping you alive as a real estate agent, just keeping all the systems going, right? So $300, $400 a month is what we talked about in the last video. So you need to get a client and you need to get income rolling. So if you have to do a little bit of jockeying and maybe a reduced commission or something on that first couple, you do what you've got to do. My first client, I remember they called me in and they knew that I was new. And they said, look, we want to buy a house down here and we want to sell this one. You know, are you willing to work with me on that? And so I was able to give them a little bit of a break on the commission. It wasn't much, maybe 0.5%, 1%. And then I got to help them go buy another property. So I got to double end that property, right? I helped them sell and then I helped them buy. And I got to meet a client, and those clients over the years have referred me easily $100,000 worth of business. They told everybody about me. It was so great. Those are the types of people that you're looking for, okay? So whatever you got to do to get clients, that's what you have to do, because you're trying to steal, right? You're trying to steal clients from an established agent over here. Okay, as you're transitioning into real estate, it's really important you figure out how to keep track of your money. You don't get to keep all of that money. So when you see on a settlement statement, right, all of the commission, $9,000, $12,000, whatever it is, you don't get to keep all of that. Some of that goes to your broker. Some of it should go to marketing. A big chunk of it's going to go to Uncle Sam to pay taxes. And you want to make sure that account is paid. So let me talk to you a little bit about how you should set up your accounts. So you're going to go to your bank. You're going to set up 3 different accounts. They can be savings account, whatever, free, checking, whatever it is. And you're going to set up a tax account. That's the first one. You're going to put 35% of your commission in that account. And that account is untouchable. You can't touch it for anything. It's not an emergency fund. It's nothing. You just leave it there. And then every quarter or every month, whenever you have to pay your taxes, that money's already there. The second account you need to set up is a marketing account. Now, I recommend people put as much money into the marketing account as they possibly can. But a good starter is 15% when you're new. If you can put in 20, 25, 30%, or all of it outside of taxes, that actually, as a side, you can probably put all of your commission into a marketing because it's an expense against your business, right? You wouldn't owe taxes if you spent all that commission on marketing. Now, you may not be in a place to do that, but if you have a spouse that works and has a pretty good job, you can amp up your business a lot faster the more money you throw into marketing and the less money that you take to put in your own, home account or whatever. So whatever situation you're in, you have to kind of figure out that balancing act. So 35% of the tax account, 15% of the marketing account, and then finally, that leaves you 50%. That's going to go in your profit account. And that is what you're able to spend. You've got Uncle Sam taken care of. You've got future business taken care of because you've got 15% kind of stored away in a marketing account. And then the rest of it you get to keep for you. Okay, the last thing I'm going to leave you with is probably the most important. Why in the world are you doing this? Like, why would you want to be a real estate agent? Some of you, it's to achieve financial freedom. Some of you, it's to generate just a little bit of extra income before the kids go off to college. But the most important thing is you understand why you're doing it. I did it, my story, just to be completely honest, I did it so my wife could be a stay-at-home mom. It was her dream to be able to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom. And so as a husband, I really wanted to give her that. So I went out and I was a teacher, I turned real estate agent, and now I'm a real estate investor and an agent. So you never know where this business is going to take you, but it is important that you understand the reason you want to be an agent in the first place. Okay, so as you wrestle that down, why don't you put it in the comments below? I bet a lot of people would like to see and understand why you want to be an agent. Listen, if this brought value to you, will you do me a humongous favor? Will you hit the subscribe button and the like button so that other people in YouTube can find this valuable content and learn from it just like you did? Your time's valuable. I'm Terry, the real estate guy. If there's anything I can do for you, please post it below, and I hope you have a great day.